Hey everyone, so as you can see from the title and the thumbnail, I'm making this video to share my personal thoughts on why Twitter is failing to cancel Uzaki Chan and, to an extent, anime. Now, anime as a whole is generally misunderstood by Western culture, so when Twitter tried to go after one of my favorite pastimes, I thought I'd join in the backlash. Now, with the ongoing Uzaki Chan controversy, there are a lot of ways to go about this topic, but I just want to go over a couple points briefly that I think are important as to why they keep failing. So first off, they have zero context of the anime and the manga's targeted market and demographic. What we fail to realize is Japan markets their manga slightly differently than how the West does it. Where the West tends to market via age range, Japan also does that, but they also do it by gender. So with Uzaki-chan, it's marketed to a demographic known as shonen, which is basically young adult male. So you can see why there's a large appeal in that market and why it's pretty appealing in the anime community in general. Truth be told, majority of the anime community is men, so as such, Twitter fails to understand why the show has a large appeal besides the two very big reasons on the character. Their approach to the series is also incredibly tone deaf. I'm talking about the redraws. I think fan art is fine, but it's pretty insensitive to redraw a character and claim you fixed it. Not only does it make you look insensitive, it just makes you look incredibly pretentious, and in a more unsavory term, it makes you look like an asshole. I mean, it's a pretty miserable way to get your 15 minutes of fame, or infamy in this case. I think a lot of these artists have basically had their feet held to that large bonfire. And finally, nothing that they target about Uzaki-chan is really grounds for outrage. Most of this controversy is just them body shaming a fictional anime character. If you look at the grand scheme of things, the actual series is pretty good. Her personality is not malicious in any sort of way. In fact, it's kind of quirky. So, and finally, she's not underage. She's portrayed as an actual adult, and if you look at the wiki, which if I remember correctly, portrays the age at 19, so yeah, she's over 18 and as such legally an adult. I'm sure there's a lot more I left out, but honestly there's 1,000 ways to skewer this topic, and I'm late to the party as it is. I'm sure some of you may feel the same way or may have more to add to my thoughts. Leave it down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.